Welcome to SATV News. This is Shabala Alam with our headlines. Prime Minister acknowledges public suffering from fuel price hike, power cuts, opposition getting scope to hold protest. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina faces higher security risk than counterpart, said DMP Commissioner. Bangladesh committed to protecting human rights, Foreign Minister Momen tells UN Human Chief Bachelet. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on Sunday said that she fully understands the sufferings of the people due to the recent price hike of fuel oil and electricity rationing. She said this while speaking at the meeting with organizing secretaries of Awami League from 8 Division at her official residence, Ganabhavan. Sheikh Hasina, chief of the governing Awami League, assured that her government will surely cut down the fuel oil price when it will come down in the international market. Referring to ongoing power crisis and the countrywide load shedding, she said that people have to endure this pain for some more days. When the coal-fired electricity stations go into production, our problems with power will fade away. The Prime Minister said, our opposition is getting a scope to hold protest. Let them do that. I want that too. In the connection, she said that today she has directed relevant authorities to allow the opposition to continue the agitation and not to arrest anyone. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is at a greater security risk than all her international counterparts, according to Dhaka Metropolitan Police Commissioner Shafiqul Islam. Shafiqul made the remarks on Sunday while providing a roundup of the security measures surrounding Dhanmondi 32, highlighting the numerous attempts that have been made on Hasina's life. He said, I have told the Prime Minister that among all her counterparts, she faces the greatest security threat. Sheikh Hasina has been the subject of multiple assassination attempts and the plotters have made every attempt to kill the Prime Minister, Shafiqul said. Security plans are designed with that risk in mind, according to the Commissioner. The Dhaka Metropolitan Police DMP issued guidelines for vehicular movement in the capital on National Mourning Day, August 15. According to the DMP guidelines, Russell Square to Ajimpur bound passenger vehicles coming from Gaptuli via Mirpur Road will reach its destination through Dhanmondi 27 via Shankar Jigatola Science Lab, Russell Square. Bound passenger vehicles coming from New Market will go through road number 2 of Dhanmondi via Jikatola Shankar, while Russell Square bound passenger vehicles coming from Rainbow Crossing and FDC will be diverted to the Sonargaon crossing via Bangla Motor Shahbag. Bangabandhu Memorial Trust handed over the iconic Mujib coat, white Punjabi pajama and a tobacco pipe of father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman to the National Museum. On behalf of the trust, its member secretary and curator of Bangabandhu Memorial Museum, Nazrul Islam Khan, officially handed over the items to National Museum Director General Mohammad Kamruzzaman on Saturday. The items were given to the country's main museum with the approval of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. State Minister for Cultural Affairs A.K.M. Khalid attended the event as chief guest. It was presided over by Professor Ams Arifin Siddiqui, chairman of the museum board. Foreign Minister A.K. Abdul Momen on Monday briefed UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Michelle Bachelet about government's effort to protect and promote human rights in the country. Bangladesh also raised the issue of Rohingya crisis and laid emphasis on repatriation of the Rohingya to their homeland in Myanmar's Rakhine state. Talking to reporters after his meeting with Bachelet at State Guest House Podda, Momen said that UN rights chief shared their efforts to end the Rohingya crisis. The foreign minister said Bachelet did not raise the issue of alleged enforced disappearances and that Bangladesh side briefed the UN side on the issue. The top executive of the UN human rights body will also have the opportunity to interact with the forcibly displaced Rohingya people during her trip to Cox's Bazar. Bachelet arrived Dhaka on Sunday morning on a 4-day visit as Bangladesh continues constructive dialogue with her for the promotion and protection of human rights. Bachelet is scheduled to meet Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on Wednesday morning. She would also pay homage to Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, at Bangabandhu Memorial Museum on 15 August. Information on the deposits of total 67 Bangladeshis involved in alleged money laundering was sought from the banks in Switzerland. Bangladesh Financial Intelligence Unit (BFIU) told the High Court today. However, Swiss authorities only provided the details of one individual. The country's financial intelligence agency added in its report to the High Court following a suo motu moved by the bench of Justice Muhammad Nazrul Islam Talukdar and Justice Khizr Hayat. Earlier on 11 August, the same bench asked the BFIU and the Anti-Corruption Commission why they did not seek information about the individual Bangladeshis who had deposited money in Swiss banks and instructed them to submit and report on Sunday. The High Court observed that the statements made by the Switzerland ambassador, Bangladesh government and ACC regarding seeking information on money deposited by Bangladeshis to Swiss bank are contradictory. An elderly couple, Jainal Abidin and Hanufa Begum, were beaten up by their 3 sons and driven out from their house in Manikdi area of Dhaka recently. Jainal then rented a flat. For the expenses on June 28, he sold 2 kata of land for Taka 31 lakh and was returning home with the money on the motorcycle. His 3 sons joined hands with several muggers, beat up Jainal with an iron rod and snatched the money. Detectives said this is how a father was tortured and mugged by his sons along with some goons. Detectives said that after arresting 4 persons, including 2 of the sons, a team of detectives arrested them from Tangail, Gazipur and Dhaka and recovered Taka 29 lakh, said Moshir Rahman, Deputy Commissioner of DB, Gulshan of DMP. Jainal filed the case with Cantonment Police Station and detectives were conducting shadow investigation in this regard. We are taking a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching SATV News. Now news from abroad. The Satanic versus author Salman Rushdie was taken off on ventilator and able to talk Saturday, a day after he was stabbed as he prepared to give a lecture in upstate New York. Rushdie remained hospitalized with serious injuries, but fellow author Atish Tasir tweeted in the evening that he was off the ventilator and talking and joking. Rushdie's agent Andrew Wiley confirmed that information without offering further details. Earlier in the day, the man accused of attacking him on Friday at the Chautauqua institution pleaded not guilty to attempted murder and assault charges in what a prosecutor called a pre-planned crime. The suspect appeared in court with his hands cuffed. A judge ordered him held without bail after District Attorney Jason Toldham-Matter, 24, took steps to purposely put himself in position to harm Rushdie, getting an advance pass to the event where the author was speaking and arriving a day early bearing a fake ID. Russia's military pounded residential areas across Ukraine overnight, claiming gains as Ukrainian forces pressed a counter-offensive to try to take back an occupied southern region, striking the last working bridge over a river in the Russian-occupied Kherson region, Ukrainian authorities said on Saturday. A Russian rocket attack on the city of Kramatorsk killed 3 people and wounded 13 others on Friday night. The attack came less than a day after 11 other rockets were fired at the city, one of the 2 main Ukrainian-held ones in Donetsk province, the focus of an ongoing Russian offensive to capture eastern Ukraine's Donbas region. The Russian Defense Ministry claimed Saturday its forces had taken control of Pisky, a village on the outskirts of the city of Donetsk. Russian troops and the Kremlin-backed rebels are trying to seize Ukrainian-held areas north and west of the city of Donetsk and expand the separatist self-proclaimed republic. China's financial hub Shanghai said on Sunday it would reopen all schools including kindergartens, primary and medical schools on September 1st after months of COVID-19 closures. The city will require all teachers and students to take a nucleic acid test for the coronavirus every day before leaving campus, the Shanghai Municipal Education Commission said. It is also called for teachers and students to carry out a 14-day self-health management within the city ahead of the school reopening. Shanghai shut all schools in mid-March before the city's 2-month lockdown to combat its worst COVID outbreak in April and May. Before ending, we go to the headlines again. Prime Minister acknowledged public sufferings from fuel price hike, power cuts, opposition getting scope to hold protest. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina faces higher security risks than counterparts, said DMP Commissioner. Bangladesh committed to protecting human rights, Foreign Minister Momen tells UN Human Chief Right Bachelet. You're up to date so far here on SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.